the line of the Emsworths. Welcome to Blandings. For 9 generations, the ancestral seat of the Emsworths. Sebastian Beach, butler for 29 years, will be our guide through the family archive.
We don't need all that. It's all in here. I couldn't do my job if I didn't know everything about everything here. You hear that? Scullery door. Costive donkey with a twist of trampled hamster. Airing cupboard opening. Rusty bed spring with a whisker of refilling cistern. Closing. Rusty cistern. Refilling bed spring. I know my doors. Same with them up there. I know where they are. And I know what they want even before they've reached for the rope. That's her ladyship's boudoir. And that's the one his lordship rings accidentally when he's struggling to open his window. I've no idea what that is. Used to have hat stand. His lordship used it to demonstrate jousting to his grandson. First Earl, by the way. Once led a cavalry charge, holding a stick of celery. Eating lunch, you see. His squire galloped after him, shouting, "My lord, you forgot your sword." Forgetfulness runs in the family. 9 earls in all, not that many of them can remember which one they were. Second Earl, very shrewd. Decided against soldiering, went into the rag trade, known as Wartyconk. Anything queer, first port of call is himself. Now that is queer. The Flanders tickler, favoured accessory of the third Earl. He was an argumentative gentleman. It was said that he could walk into a meeting of professional murderers and be greeted as one of the gang. He smashed the castle up and threw it into the lake, just to prove he could. He dismembered his wife with this, as the gentry did in those days when their marriages went a bit wrong. The portrait of his son, the 4th Earl, is over here. He was so terrified of his father that he spent his life dressed as a woman. He designed and built the castle in which we are standing. He was artistic, you see. It's a miracle the line survived.
This is Freddie Threepwood.
Thank the Lord. I'm in absolute agonies.
Lord Emsworth's youngest son.
Frederick Threepwood, how do you do? I trust Beach is pandering to your slenderest whim. I always feel better after my whims have been pandered by Beach. Yeah, showing you round. Excellent. Oh, he's in Tinkerbell. Sweet, isn't he? Thank God silly hair's not hereditary. Look, Beach, you haven't seen a Japanese lady come charging through, have you? Face like thunder, but delicious ankles.
Japanese, sir?
Yeah, possibly Swiss.
Alas, no, sir.
Possibly carrying a big fish.
I'll keep an eye out, sir.
You good man.
A relic of the 5th Earl. A most musical gentleman. Perfect pitch. You could drop a hammer into a bucket and he'd say B flat. Music did for him in the end, though. He got his hand caught in a French horn and it went gangrenous. The hand, not the horn. Musical talent, alas, has not passed down the generations unless you count Mr. Frederick's enthusiasm for the Mount Street all-girl sizzlers at the Pink Pussy Club. Completely silent, perfectly hung. If there is a door I cannot hear, it is this one.
Beach! Why are you wafting the door back and forth? And who are you with?
Beg your pardon, my lady.
Moreover, I hear bells.
Indeed. I believe they are emanating from his lordship. There's an apparatus in his study.
What, he hasn't taken up tintabulating behind his desk. I couldn't bear it.
His lordship is not in his study, my lady. I am seeking him.
Well, when you find him, tell him I want a word. There's a sufficiency of unseemly noise in this house without motiveless dinging and donging.
The skull of the Mad Mardy's brother. The Madder Mardy. Brought home by the 6th Earl, it was used as a ball in a game of elephant polo against Matchingham Hall, a famous victory for Blandings. The 6th Earl was so excited, he rode his elephant into the lake and drowned. The lake has always featured prominently in this family. Hubert's Prong. The 7th Earl, Hubert, built that folly and then spent the rest of his short life there, alone, with his newts. Again, we marvel at the survival of the line. Ah, good. The key to the smooth running of a household is the butler. Josiah, who is the butler here?
4 o'clock.
I am the senior servant here at Blandings Castle because information flows to me. I can manage this place because I know everything that is going on. At the moment, I do not know what is going on. There is a bell in his lordship's study. I do not understand this bell.
Josiah put that in. Lordship asked him to wire in a bell.
From where? Where is the rope coming from that stimulates the bell?
Curried eggs.
Know your doors, know your bells, know your master. I know my master. I know what makes his blood quicken.
McAllister the gardener has been at Blandings even longer than Beach.
I'm desirous someone.
I'm previously engaged.
You'll bide. Lordship's feyther would ne'er permit such defleuring and wanton gropery of foliage as slithes on in this spaven drain. The 8th Earl, och, now Jings, there was a mon, 90 years old, and he died feyther in his 13th bairn. Can you ken the rapture?
McAllister, you are completely doolally, and if you were not holding a dangerous garden implement, we would not be having this conversation. The bell.
Oh, do you think you're safe? I'll hear your slutty carcass crackling in hell soon enough.
Oh, and a very pleasant good morning to you too, Mr. McAllister. The 9th Earl, finest gentleman I ever met. Well, I never. I was sure he'd be here. Hello, hello. The only person in the household that doesn't have a bell is the Empress. And here she is. Now she's got one. Mystery solved.